right, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. Of course, we have a lot of things to tell you about, things that are making international news, things that are not. Things that are happening in Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, Barbados, Dominica, St. Lucia, Jamaica, and the wider Caribbean. A lot is being spoken about with regards to the coronavirus, how it is impacting on nations. What we can tell you is the numbers are growing and it's not stopping. It's like a cancer. It keeps taking over the world, and Grenada is lucky as more tests has been done. All tests are coming back negative, like we have something in our blood. So that's good for us at least. However, on the flip side of things, in Barbados, our neighbors, they are reporting more coronavirus cases. All right, so we have that and more to tell you about. Let's take a look at the wider headlines. Now, NAWASA operation response to the COVID-19 outbreak. We'll tell you about that. Inland Revenue Division extends opening hours for Friday, and too much fish on the market. We'll talk about that. And the RGPF to intensify enforcement as it relates to the Molineux Road. We'll tell you why. Petroleum products prices have dropped. We'll tell you about that. St. Andrew drug bust, men in trouble. We'll tell you about that as well. So folks, get comfortable, brace yourselves. We are hoping to have a really good program, a relaxing program tonight. Get your drinks, whatever it is that you need to, and come back on the, well, stay, in fact, you ain't going away, stay right there, all right? And we're happy to tell you what's happening. So folks, we'll take our very first break and return shortly. We'd like to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Digicel and NAWASA. Here's what going on, people. When we come back, it could be real news in all the Lily Lolo. So brace all yourselves.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Grenada is the place to be June 5th to 7th for the highly anticipated Grenada Music Festival 2020, featuring two-time Grammy Award winners Kool and the Gang, Coco T, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Arturo Tappan, Crossfire, Nadia Batson, Was Ways, Vaughn, and the Dancehall Emperor, Chavo Ranks. 3 nights of amazing music, great food, and pure Grenada hospitality. Grenada Music Festival 2020, June 5th to 7th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights at hotel today. This ad is sponsored by the Grenada Tourism Authority.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
Okay, so we are happy to have you back with us. And for those of you who have not yet done so, and I know that many are you who has not done so yet, we want to encourage you to please go ahead and share the program to guarantee that the program remains free. It requires you sharing and let everybody else knowing, and so people coming in. Yeah, so that's your civic duty to share. We have received a correspondence from the National Water and Sewage Authority, NAWASA. As an essential service, NAWASA remains committed to meeting the needs of you, their valued customers, and more so as the world join in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. In light of the recent measures announced by the government of Grenada, NAWASA, in their continued efforts to serve you and for your own safety during this period, commits to promote routine environmental cleaning. They say that they will ensure that their offices are clean and hygienic as well. Ensure that workstations, doors, counters, and high-frequency touch areas are cleaned with disinfectants regularly. Promote regular and thorough hand washing by all employees. Ensure that sanitizing hand rub dispensers are placed in prominent places around their offices, and display material received from the World Health Organization relating to the COVID-19 virus in all offices for your information. These include tips on promoting hand washing as well. Limit the frequency of customer engagements. They say we are encouraging more online and telephone conversations using the following mediums. The general office line 4402-155, reporting of leaks, bill balances, and account queries. NAWASA's emergency line 292 or 43501, that's 0715, for reporting of leaks only. Business WhatsApp account is 4596064, and reporting of leaks only as well. They also have their social media platforms. All right, they also have their website nawasa.gd. They're on Facebook at facebook.com/Nawasa Grenada, Instagram.com/Nawasa Grenada. They're also committed to ensuring that all offices remain open. However, office hours will be reviewed in the future out of safety concerns. They're also committed to providing consumers with safe and adequate water supply, notwithstanding the current dry season challenge. Alright, and they also speak of the customer commitment and so on. So what we have done, we have posted the information on our website, that's mikeylive.com, so that you can have a review of the data. Last night it was the baby monitor in the studio. Now it's a pack of Huggies on my desk. Wondering what touching my hand there, and I go to run, I find out touching me thing here, and I find out feeling something kind of soft. I go to bail, Yeah. Tonight is baby wipes. The struggle is real. Anyway, we are moving on. Now, the Inland Revenue Division advises the public of its extended hours at the cash office on the Caronage, St. George, tomorrow, Friday, March 20th, 2020. The cash office will be opened from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to facilitate tax deadline payments of VAT and excise tax. Now, the extended hours initiative has become necessary since only a small number of taxpayers is allowed in the cash-in areas and at any given time. And that is to protect staff and customers due to the heightened awareness of and mitigation against COVID-19. However, payments can also be made at district revenue offices around the island during the normal working hours, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. The Inland Revenue Division. All right, good. All new restrictions as it relates to the COVID-19 and who can and cannot come into Grenada. Warning, it comes from the government. Avoid non-essential travel to Iran, South Korea, China, the United States of America, Europe, including the United Kingdom and Ireland. Did I say the United States of America? I didn't hear myself good. Widespread respiratory illness caused by a coronavirus COVID-19 has been reported in Iran, South Korea, China, the United States, and Europe. Therefore, the government of Grenada is imposing the following travel restrictions. If you are a Grenadian national or resident, you will be self-quarantined for a period of 14 days upon arrival into Grenada from any of the above-mentioned countries. Effective Friday, March 20th, 23:59 p.m. midnight. If you are not a Grenadian national and in the last 14 days you have been to Iran, South Korea, China, or anywhere in Europe, including the United Kingdom, you will be refused entry into the country. Effective Saturday, March 21st at 23:59 midnight again. The United States of America is added to this advisory as per all the stipulations outlined. Grenadian nationals and non-nationals alike arriving from any other destination outside of the listed countries above or previously, you will be screened upon entry and self-quarantined for 14 days. Please note, before disembarking, every passenger is required to complete a declaration form on his or her health status. You are also required to check in daily with the Ministry of Health regardless of your point of origin. Additionally, you will be quarantined or isolated if you become symptomatic during your stay. And this advisory is subject to change. This is rather interesting. I don't know the last day I hear something like that. Don't get me wrong, eh? Don't get me wrong. These measures are necessary to protect us, we. However, I knew, God forbid it is under these circumstances, that one day the table will turn. And we always talked about that. And anyway, let me leave that talk there. You understand? Because I get emotional when we talk about that kind of topic. Yeah? But I knew that one day I would live to see the day the tables will be turned. When our shores will be more valued than that of external places. When we will be putting in measures to protect ourselves from the people who have had all the time measures against us. To protect what? I don't know. But I knew the day was going to come. Thank God I lived to see it. Unfortunately, it's under these circumstances. Yeah, well, Mikey, that song harsh. But yeah, it's what it is. Oh, yeah. The Royal Grenada Police Force, they say they want to intensify efforts to get people to stop breaking the law with regards to what's happening in Molineux. You understand? People are still traversing. People are driving through the Molineux area. And you know what they are saying? This practice is dangerous, people. The authorities want persons to stop taking the risk of driving their vehicles in that area. And so the motoring public, you are advised that the land slippage at the Molineux area have progressively worsened, rendering the area unstable. Therefore, any decision to breach the security barrier is deemed to be reckless, irrational, and a blatant disregard for personal safety. You understand? Now listen to this. According to the police, over the past weeks, enforcement efforts have resulted in several violators being ticketed, and the use of video recordings have become important to investigations into other reported cases. Consequently, the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force will intensify surveillance and their enforcement, they say, action, and firmly apply the law against anyone found in violation of the road closure. Citizens are also encouraged to take responsibility for their personal well-being and do not allow anyone to endanger their personal safety by traversing the area declared unsafe and restricted to all motor vehicles. Now, Section 83(2)(b) of the Road Traffic Act states that whoever fails to comply with the indications given by a traffic sign or notice when a member of the police force does not otherwise direct, commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine of $500 or to imprisonment for 3 months or both such fines and imprisonment. Please be accordingly, because the police and them, they're taking that one serious, You understand? They're taking it serious because they say, listen, this is not just about an enforcement of the law. It is to protect lives. And we do not want to hear that vehicles go down there with people in it. You understand? So that's what it's about. Are we looking for time? No oil. In a hard time, gas price cannot go down a little bit, petroleum prices cannot, not by far. The general public, you're hereby informed that effective Wednesday, that was yesterday, 18th, the retail prices of petroleum products, gasoline and diesel and kerosene and liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, commonly known as cooking gas, in the state of Grenada, will be as follows. Now, Grenada products move from, which is the gasoline, the old price of $14.31 per gallon, it goes down to $14.08. Now for diesel, $14.01, that's the old price. The new price is $13.14. Now the kerosene moves from $8.38 to $7.47. LPG, the cooking gas, the old price, the 20 pounds, $40, the new price, $40. So it remains the same, and then the other one is $37, all right? Now, the 100-pound cylinder, $204.60, that's the old. Now you're paying $190.40 in that. Yeah, boy. Bulk moves from $2.15 per pound to $2. Now, carrier company Martin, there's also an adjustment there from $14.49 with the old price to the new one, $14.27. Diesel, $14.19, new price, $13.33. Kerosene, $8.58, the old, the new, $7.66. PD Martinic now, old price, gasoline, $8.99, it goes down to $8.77. Diesel, $8.69, new price, $7.83. Kerosene, $8.58, the new price, $7.66. Carry company Martinic in terms of the cooking gas. Now the 20-pound cylinders, $49, that stays the same. The other one is $46. The 100-pound cylinder moves from $227.60 to $13.40, and that's the 100-pound. And then the bulk, $2.15. The old price, the new price is $2 per pound. All right. So that's the Business Friday. Earlier, there are a lot of questions being asked about the coronavirus, and one such question is, can the coronavirus survive on surfaces, and if so, how long can this happen for? We spoke to Dr. Francis Martin, who is the acting chief medical officer, about this, and this was his response.
The virus lives on the surface depends on factors. It depends on the conditions of the surface. It also depends on the condition of the environment within which the surface exists. So for example, surfaces that are cool and moist and they're in a well-controlled environment, the virus may survive there for longer. And surfaces where it is hot and windy and dry, the virus obviously doesn't survive there very long. So it's difficult to give a time for the virus to survive outside, except to say that depending on the circumstances, it may survive from a few minutes to a few weeks, probably 2-3 weeks, depending on the circumstances. I think though for the Caribbean region and the way our geography is, surviving on surfaces, especially surfaces outside, the time would be very, very short. I would probably say a couple of hours to maybe a day or two.
All right, thank you very much for that explanation, Dr. Francis Martin. The next picture on your screen, that's my nephew. His name is Zilon Hutchinson. Why are you looking at Zilon with his multicolored socks? Now, the multicolored socks is a symbol of the Down syndrome, all right? And we are celebrating the World Down Syndrome Day tomorrow. So you, the general public, you can show your support for Down syndrome and the Down syndrome community by wearing your mismatched socks tomorrow. You can wear one whatever color, the other another. Just mismatch your socks, and that is your way of showing your solidarity for the Down syndrome community. So Olia, you are invited, all right, to be part of that. Right, big up Zilon, boy. He watching himself and say, hey, are they on TV? Okay, Olia, too much fish on the market? There is talk about too much fish on the market. So I'm driving around on the carnage, realizing the real boat selling fish. What going on in the place? But them boat of them running from something. Not the boat, but them fish. Not even swimming, and them fish running from something. Because yeah, real fish. It seems like there's a lot of fish on the market. So we spoke to vendors at the St. George's Market. We spoke to Maureen Samuel. She's been a vendor for 27 years. We spoke to Mr. Atai, big up Atai, blah, blah. And they were speaking of what the situation really is, and also give us some insight on what some of the major challenges are. Check this out.
Hey, well, my name is Maureen Samuel. I'm a vendor for 27 years. The fish in the market, well, he had a standard of fish now and no sale. Because the reason for that, the fisherman and the carronade sell for $5, grandma sell for $5, and where we buy for $6, we cannot sell it back for $5. We have to sell for $8. So that's we have a stand now, no sale. Well, the virus is in the air, but here in retail ground, we don't want anything greater than either. We rebuke it in Jesus' name. So let the virus spray at the spray. If China make it, let China get it. But we don't want it here. So we say no to virus. Because of that, the fisherman can ship the fish because all ports are closed. So the fish standard, so they have a lot on the boat, so they have to sell it out. I don't disagree with them, because that's a livelihood, and they won't let the livelihood spoil. If it means if I do the same thing. But if I buy it for $5, I'm going to sell it for $5, but I can't buy it for $6 and sell it for $5. I have to sell it for a little money to make a little something for myself. Because $20 a day, I have to buy ice all the way to Grand Malls in my Victoria, because we have no ice machine here. You understand? So that is why nobody is coming to buy fish here now. What the red fish is selling, but the big one stands still. And no cold room, we have nothing, because since year before it break down and he ain't fixed us yet. But we're looking forward for this year. They said that we're going to fix it. So we're looking forward for the government to do what they could do for us, because we really need it. Because if we have storing facilities, we could buy a lot of fish and we're going to store it, but we don't have the storing facilities. For instance, you could buy 1,000 pounds of fish and put in the ice. It's a couple of days, because you have to re-ice it over and over, and it's very costly.
In St. George's, right? The biggest fish market, and we don't have storage here, we don't have ice. We don't have ice machine, we don't have cold room, we don't have chill room.
Nothing.
We want to know what's going on here, and nobody paying attention to us. Look at the stands and then just take a look. Take a look at the stands. You know, we need attention, we need somebody to look out for us here. We need attention here, we want a cold room here. And we need ice here. If you don't have anything here, look at the stand here. We don't have ice. Nobody's showing us. This is 2 years and months now, you know. 2 years and months of cold room breakdown in St. George's, and nobody paying attention to us. So we need a serious, we're in a serious crisis here. And now we're in a fish glut. Among the fish you have right now, we are nothing. So we need attention. Forget Corona. I don't worry about Corona. The most important thing is the fish market. We need attention here. And without that, that's 2 years and months now we don't have attention. We need somebody, nobody looking out for nobody. So we need somebody to look out for us.
All right, thank you very much. And so that explains why you see a lot of the fishermen on the carronade selling on the boats and so on, and then the prices are amazingly low. And you're like, what's going on? Probably because the demand has dropped, because the hotel sector has been affected and so on. So if the hotels and the restaurants as well are not buying as many fish, then you'll see what's going on right there, all right? Okay, so we're moving on. There's been another drug bust, says the Royal Grenada Police Force, and some men has gotten themselves in trouble where that is concerned. Now, another drug bust by officers attached to the drug squad. They have netted 27 pounds of cannabis worth an estimated street value of $61,000. $61,233. Yeah, $61,000. Holy moly. And the arrest of 3 St. Andrew residents as well. Now, Vernon Bisesa, 69 years, he's an electrician. Larry Branch, a 38-year-old conductor. And Tyrone Bernard, 36 years, fisherman. All of Grenville have been jointly charged with trafficking in a controlled drug. Now, the drug was recovered on Saturday, 14th March 2020 during the search of homes of 2 of the men. Now, they have been granted $10,000 bail with 1 surety and are due to appear at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Monday, 27th April 2020. Meanwhile, another police operation on Wednesday, 18th March 2020 at Richmond, St. Andrew yielded 133 pounds of cannabis carrying an estimated street value of $301,000. One man detained in custody assisting police with their investigation. Yep. Whoa. So do the math. In a few days, in a matter of days, how much money? 61,000, and then the other one $301,000 in drugs. Yeah. Once it's marijuana, I say again, holy business right now we have corona to deal with. The economy is going to get a serious knock. The economy will get a serious blow. People are going to lose their jobs. People are going to be on the breadline. People will be laid off. Some people will be hungry. Resources will get depleted and all that stuff. Do not destroy the marijuana. We will now need to revisit our position on medical marijuana and the whole topic of marijuana, all right, and decriminalization. I ain't talking not about no recreation and I'm a business. I am talking about finding ways to stimulate the economy from illegal drugs and those that we have inside. And in going forward, finding ways to make serious money out of the business. Because right now, people will not have as much disposable income. They will have to have cash. Cash could run low. The nation will run low on cash as well. All right? So, all you, watch, listen. Pray I don't end up in government. All right? Pray. Yeah? I turn up the place, I tell all you. I will not be a politician. I will be a practicalist if there's such a word. Yeah? And I'm going to make sure that my people don't go hungry. I am going to make sure that we abide by what's necessary. And what's not necessary, we ain't following no pattern. We go be trendsetters. Yeah? We ain't following nobody. We go set trends. You understand? Let people say there's a small island in Grenada. There's a small island in the Caribbean called Grenada. So. Don't, all right, anyway, don't vote. Right, don't vote me, no. Because I'm telling all you know, I'm making all you uncomfortable with real thing. Anyway, let's leave that talk there. It's not about me. It's about the news. Let's go. Right. So, Ola, Bishop Harvey is speaking of the Lenten mission being cancelled as we fight the whole corona business. And you know, the religious community wants to really know, well, where do we go from here? Here's Bishop Harvey.
Next week, there will be no Lenten missions in the parishes. What we are doing is we are arranging to have a Lenten mission on radio and on Facebook from the cathedral. I'm going to ask a few priests to come in and lead the missions on Monday through Friday. I myself will take either the first or the last night. We haven't decided that as yet. But it's an opportunity. Wow, you know, when I think about it, I say to myself, wow, this is so great. An opportunity for you as church in Grenada to gather together in your homes, the house church, you know, and together to think about, to pray together, to read the scriptures together. I hope we'll be able to leave some time for you yourself to discuss a scripture passage in the home where you are. You know, I think it can be a marvelous experience together. And the only thing we have to ask ourselves is, how do we follow up on that, you know, when this is all over? Also flowing from that is the question of what is going to happen at Easter, Holy Week. We haven't finalized that as yet, but in talking to my brother bishops yesterday on Zoom to the web, most of the bishops already know that they have to cancel the Christmas Mass as an open public occasion because everybody comes to that. So what has been suggested and what I will try to do is, again, at the cathedral with a few people to come together, because I think the oils should be blessed on that day. So we will have the priests who are present renew their promises and the oils will be blessed. The distribution of the oils will have to take place at a later date. We see how that works. With regard to Holy Week itself, Good Friday, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Glorious Saturday, and Easter Sunday, that is still being considered. I think we will still be under some kind of a lockdown in terms of being able to have these public masses with hundreds of people. But we're going to have to try and do something that everybody can look at from the cathedral and then allow for something happening in the parishes depending on what the situation is with the virus itself. So listen, follow 99.5, follow your Facebook page, listen to your parish priests and so on, and let's see how God will take us through it.
Yeah, follow. Yeah, just need to follow Mikey. Like, forget about whoever and whoever. Cut out. Tell people follow. Why is that one piece I get blind? You try to why is that one dog? Anyway. Okay. So Olio, the number of coronavirus cases in Barbados has unfortunately increased to 5. Now, Prime Minister Mia Mottley announced at the press conference today that 3 new cases were recorded. They include the spouse of the 38-year-old Barbadian woman who tested positive for the virus earlier this week. A 60-year-old arrived over the weekend from New York, and 1 person in their 30s on a cruise ship. Prime Minister Mottley cautioned there are likely to be more cases in the coming days and call on all residents to do what they could to help stop the spread of the illness. As of yesterday, authorities conducted 70 tests to confirm the virus. Officials said another 10 to 15 tests are likely to be conducted today, the results of which we shall know by tomorrow, God's willing. Still, Grenada boasts of no confirmed cases of the coronavirus. I know that more tests were done. Yesterday, up to yesterday, there were 18. I think today there were more tests coming in. And hey, yo, all the eating dog. Y'all different, you know. Everybody, even Corona afraid Grenadians, you know, I'm telling all the dread, you know. Anyway, some of all you have not yet shared the program, it is really important that you do so, all right? Not for any other reason but the fact that there are people who are really interested in viewing the program. Sometimes they don't get a notification and they really don't know how to get themselves around Facebook. So increasing the likelihood of them seeing it on their timeline is our responsibility, and that is only guaranteed by you sharing the program. Family members, I'm going to take a short break and we'll return shortly. All right, so take all the time, man. Drink some water again, but don't touch all the thing. We're coming back.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply, but it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Grenada is the place to be June 5th to 7th for the highly anticipated Grenada Music Festival 2020, featuring two-time Grammy Award winners, Kool and the Gang. Coco T, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Arturo Tappan, Crossfire, Nadia Batson, Was Ways, Vaughn, and the Dancehall Emperor, Chavo Ranks. 3 nights of amazing music, great food, and pure Grenada hospitality. Grenada Music Festival 2020, June 5th to 7th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights at hotel today. This ad is sponsored by the Grenada Tourism Authority.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes. From as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Yes, they are Grenada's 10 people. And before we go to the national report, remember you can check out the Axel Finance Supermarket Shopping Spree. Up to $3,000 in rewards. Axel Finance, helping thousands of customers and small businesses in Grenada. Now you can call or WhatsApp 416-82222 for more details. Axel Finance, the leading regional microfinance institution. Now, family members, we now have for you the national report.
Grenada issues another travel advisory in the face of COVID-19. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Thursday, March 19th, 2020, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Government has issued another travel advisory warning the public to avoid non-essential travel to Iran, South Korea, China, the USA, and Europe including the United Kingdom and Ireland. The advisory, which was issued on Thursday, states that widespread respiratory illness caused by a coronavirus COVID-19 has been reported in Iran, South Korea, China, the USA, and Europe. It adds that if you are a Grenadian national or resident, you will be self-quarantined for a period of 14 days upon arrival into Grenada from any of the countries listed. Effective Friday, March 20th at 11:59 p.m. if you are not a Grenadian national and in the last 14 days you have been to Iran, South Korea, China, or anywhere in Europe, including the UK, you will be refused entry into the country. Effective Saturday, March 21st at 11:59 p.m., the USA is added to this advisory as per all the stipulations outlined. Grenadian nationals and non-nationals alike arriving from any other destination outside of the list above will be screened upon entry and self-quarantined for 14 days. Before disembarking, every passenger is required to complete a declaration form on his or her health status and required to check in daily with the Ministry of Health regardless of a point of entry. Passengers are also been advised that they will be quarantined or isolated if they become symptomatic during the stay. Local CCC engineer Ajib Harford says the St. Patrick Road network upgrade is progressing according to schedule, with a completion date of June 20th for the first phase set. Phase 1 of the project includes the resurfacing of road and construction of drains, bridges and retaining walls. The entire project will see upgrades from Mount Rich to Hermitage into Montfendu. The $23 million EC OFID funded project was launched in 2019.
The St. Patrick's Road network upgrade first phase encompasses approximately 4 kilometers of road. Within that is 4 bridges. The project encompasses basically the reconstruction of that section of road, so that would involve drain, road, retaining walls, culverts, whatever is necessary for the rehabilitation and reconstruction of the road. Notwithstanding any unforeseen circumstances, as you would know, the current global situation as it relates to the coronavirus, notwithstanding any delays from that, we expect that this project should be completed within the end of June, August time period.
Site engineer Ajib Harford. Works and Infrastructure Development Minister Honorable Gregory Bowen is satisfied with the scope of work done so far. He says government had to put several projects on hold that were due to come on stream in 2019 as a result of low financing. However, these projects will be completed as more financing is sourced for new ones.
They're on target with it. The cost of the project is it's 10 million funded by OFID US, that is, but of that 10 million, I think it's only about 23 million EC that will go to the project. You have consultancies and other works that will take up the balance of it. And so I want to recommend and appreciate the fact that OFID, the OPEC financing arm, continues to do projects in Grenada. And we are looking very much at having many more projects. We recognize too that because we have to reduce the debt to GDP ratio, we have had to hold back and push back a lot of financing out of Kuwait, and we have to look at what we can self-finance we do for ourselves. And until we get out of the bind that we're in, the debt to GDP ratio has not yet reached 55%. Well, yes, in that context, then we could look at financing coming again from Kuwait and from OFID. But right now, what we have in the books, in the pipeline, we do it. And others, we have to look at other financing.
He said the second phase of the road project will commence within 1 year.
We have all the designs now worked out by the consultant. So as soon as we can do it, in fact, we're prepared to start one road very soon. So we may not do it as a major 10-road project, which is another 20 million US, but we call it the one road, followed by the next, and we want to start that this year. Over a much longer period, but you'll see phase 2 starting very soon, I will say within 1 year.
The road project has created employment opportunities for close to 150 Grenadians. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes. which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy. To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal. When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Welcome back. High demand for maize internationally has prompted the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association to increase the price of the crop. Karima Lewis has more in this report.
The Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, is boasting of an increase in the cost of maize, given the high demand for the crop on the world market. Internationally, there is currently a shortage of the crop, and the chairman of the GCNA, Leo Cato, believes that with the interest in Grenada's premium quality, farmers can take advantage of this opportunity.
The GCNA has been putting systems in place to get more maize to come into the stations. So if you recall, maize a few months ago was $5 a pound for number one maize. And then we moved from 5 to 8 to encourage more maize to come in from the farmers. And then we moved from 8 to $12 a pound. So even as we speak now, maize is bought from the farmers at $12 a pound. I don't think maize ever reached that high, the price of maize.
Cato noted that the increase in the price is as a result of the increase in demand. He explains the reason for the interest in what Grenada is producing.
You have to understand, one of the world's major producers, Indonesia, does not produce the kind of maize that we do. Because if you understand Grenadian maize, what happens with our nutmegs, the nutmegs are allowed to mature open, right? And then they will either fall or be picked. In the case of Indonesia, they pick the nutmeg and chop it open, right? So the maize is very inferior. And we believe the coronavirus hasn't helped. People have moved away from these markets and have moved to us that they consider to be superior and safe.
According to the chairman, new buyers are emerging ever so often, and the association now sells to the highest bidder.
Traditionally, most of our maize was sold in Europe, but that is not so now. That is not so. We sell wherever we get the best price. Yeah. So India, which is the world's largest producer of nutmegs, right? Indonesia is the world's largest exporter, but we believe India probably produces more nutmeg than Indonesia, except that it is consumed within India. India is buying maize from us, right? That is like almost an Eskimo buying ice, you know. But we sell to the highest bidder, so India comes into play. Canada buys a lot of maize from us. Well, the traditional Europe market, Argentina, and the Caribbean.
The chairman encourages more farmers to consider including maize as one of their crops to market. For the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Karima Lewis.
Finally, in the news, the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force says it will intensify surveillance and enforcement action and firmly apply the law against anyone found in violation of the Molyneux Road closure. On Thursday, March 19th, the RGPF issued a press release registering its concern and disappointment in drivers who continue to ignore warnings and road signs in the area. The release said, and I quote, "Despite our continuous call for the motoring public to obey the road closure signs at the entrance and exit area of the collapsing section of the Molyneux Road, We are extremely disappointed and concerned that there are drivers who violate this legal instruction, which is published in accordance with the Road Traffic Act, unquote. The motoring public is advised that the land slippage at Molineux have progressively worsened, rendering the area unstable. Therefore, any decision to breach the security barrier is deemed to be reckless, irrational, and a blatant disregard for personal safety. The release also stated that over the past weeks, enforcement efforts have resulted in several violators being ticketed, and the use of video recordings have become important to investigations into other report cases. Section 83, subsection 2, Part B of the Road Traffic Act states that whoever fails to comply with the indication given by a traffic sign or notice when a member of the police force does not otherwise direct commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine of $500 or to imprisonment for 3 months, or to both such fine and imprisonment. That story just ended the national report for today, Thursday, March 19th. Let's recap the top story. Grenada issues another travel advisory in the face of COVID-19. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right. Thank you very much, Rikisha, and everyone else who were part of the production of the National Report. Now, folks, that's as far as I can take you for tonight. I do hope that you found something on the program that's of interest to you. And if that's the case, we'll invite you to join us again tomorrow, God's willing, same time. Well, not really. For those of you who are watching live, it will be the same time from 9 p.m. But for others who are watching the playback, the recording, then you can whenever you feel like, okay? Don't forget, we are also live on YouTube, and we are live simultaneously on our website. That's mikeylive.com. Everything you want to know about what is being broadcast here, additional news articles and so on, can be found on our website. That's mikeylive.com. Alright, so if you hear something on the program that you're not sure about, or you want some further information on it, you can always visit our website. In a few hours, 2 hours from now, it will be the birthday of my twin brother. So I would like to say advanced birthday greetings going out to my twin brother Michael on your big day tomorrow. Yes, sweet 16. All right, so happy birthday, and may the good Lord continue to bless you and your family. And I trust that the day will be filled with fun and excitement. Once again, happy birthday to you. And we'd like to say hello to Camille, Colette, Noreen, Rose, Suzette, Angel, Suzette again, oh gal, Camp Rose, Ventress, Kevin, Mike and Danica, and Charmaine, Deslin, Shireen, what's going down, Angel, Peter, Veron, did I say Camille? Did I say Ezra? Did I say Meryl, Zilon, and Mr. McQueen, and Mishi, and Irma, John, Natasha, I see that you're there with us as well, and Louisa is with us as well. All right, so big up yourself, Kireen, Allah, yeah, I see Allah there. Allah, yeah, man. Who else is there with us? Doris and Deborah is with us as well. So, did I say Zaka? All right. Did I say Ruth? Big up Ruth. All right. Ruth. Yeah. Big up Ruth. All right, Ruth. Joyous. Ruth, you know how hard it is for me to say that word, Ruth? You have no idea. I tell you, I have to go like in the gym. All right, okay, Ruth. So big up to you. I'll get it. All right. It's just the right. Yeah. Some words are really hard. I don't know. Some words are really hard to pronounce. Once it has an R in it, and there are other vowels following the R, your boy has a hard time. You understand? But I'll get there. Okay, Ruth. Big up yourself, all right? You give me a nightly practice, at least. All right, so thank you for that. Blossom, Trevelyn, and Debbie, Kathleen, and Natasha already, right? Carolyn, how are you doing today, Carolyn? Big up yourself, all right? Remember to be safe. And Dora, be safe as well. So guys, Liz, I see that you're there, and Claudette, I see that you're there as well. So big up yourself too. Okay. Now, anyone whose name I missed, I don't know for what reason. Well, I'd just like to say big up Sharon. Rayburn, I see you there. I just want to say thank you very much. My mom, Linton, and everyone else, man. Take care of yourselves. That's it for now. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja! No! Blessings, all right? We have so much more to tell you about tomorrow. It's Friday. It's a more relaxed program, so don't worry. We'll have some fun then, all right? So take care of yourselves again. Goodbye.